Hello everyone, I am Alka Yadav. I am currently pursuing my Masters in Chemistry from IIT BHU. So in this video, I will discuss about the basics of vapor pressure and the vapor pressure of solution containing volatile liquid. So first of all, we will discuss about the vapor pressure. The term vapor comes from the evaporation. Now let us consider a closed container. So we have considered a closed container which have liquid A. So the molecules of liquid A can be shown as in the figure. We have molecules on the surface as well as in the bulk. So these are known as bulk molecules. These are known as surface molecules. These bulk molecules feels high force of attraction. They feel force of attraction from all the sides, while these surface molecules will experience force of attraction only from one side. That means the bulk molecules will have high force of attraction, while the surface molecule will feel the low force of attraction. So this is the reason why evaporation takes place of surface molecules. Also, second reason is that the surface molecules will have high kinetic energy. So evaporation will takes place for surface molecules because of two reasons. First is low force of attraction, and second is high kinetic energy. So in this container, the phenomena of evaporation takes place. And as we all know, the container is closed, so condensation will also take place simultaneously. So in this container, two phenomena are taking place. That is, liquid convert into vapor, and which is known as evaporation, and also vapor convert into liquid, which is known as condensation. So this is equilibrium between the liquid and the vapor. While evaporation is taking place, these vapors will form. As we know, these vapors are in the gaseous form, so these gases must have their own pressure, which we can represent it as P naught A. That is vapor pressure of pure liquid A. Here the term P naught defines the vapor pressure of pure liquid A. So in this equilibrium, the pressure of vapors above the liquid surface is known as vapor pressure. So the definition can be write as the pressure of vapors above the liquid surface is known as vapor pressure. Now we will discuss about the factors affecting vapor pressure. So the first one is the size and the shape of container. So the vapor pressure does not depend upon the size and shape of container, because this is the property of liquid, not the container. So we can say that vapor pressure is independent on size and shape of container. And the second one is temperature. As we know, if we increase the temperature, the evaporation will take place more, and as evaporation will take place more, we have high vapor pressure. So we can say that vapor pressure is directly proportional to the temperature. That is, if we increase the temperature, vapor pressure will also increase. So the third one is the nature of substance. So based on the nature of substance, we have two types of liquid: volatile liquid and non-volatile liquid. So volatile liquid are the liquid which have tendency to evaporate, while the non-volatile liquid are those which did not have tendency to evaporate. That means they can evaporate easily, while they didn't have tendency to evaporate. For example, water, ethanol, benzene, etc. While in non-volatile, and the example of non-volatile liquid is urea. Now, if we want to compare the volatility of water and ethanol at the same temperature, so if we have water and ethanol, as we know, both are volatile liquid. So how can we say which one is more volatile at the same temperature? So as we know that water will show hydrogen bonding because of its O and H. Also ethanol have formula C2H5OH. It will also show hydrogen bonding. So how can we say that which one is more volatile? So in the water molecule we have 4 hydrogen bonding, while in ethanol we have 2 hydrogen bonding. So the water have 4 hydrogen bonding, while ethanol have 1 hydrogen bonding. So based on this we can say that the ethanol have less force of attraction, while water have high force of attraction. So as we know, if the force of attraction is high, then the vapor pressure will be low. So answer will be ethanol, because it have less force of attraction. It can evaporate easily, and it have high vapor pressure, and water will have low vapor pressure. So this is all about the term vapor pressure. Now we will discuss about the vapor pressure of solution containing 2 volatile liquids. Vapor pressure of solution containing 2 volatile liquid. Now we are considering a solution in which we have solute particle as well as solvent particle. We are denoting solute particle as B and solvent particle as A. And also we are considering the solute as well as solvent as volatile in nature. So solute is volatile in nature and we are considering solvent also volatile. So we have discussed about the vapor pressure, so we can easily assign their vapor pressure. The vapor pressure of solute can be written as P naught D and the vapor pressure of solvent can be written as P naught A. So this P naught B is the vapor pressure of pure solute B. And this is the vapor pressure of pure solvent A. So to find the vapor pressure of these volatile solution, we will consider two closed containers. One which will contain solute particle and other which will contain solvent particles. This is the container which will contain solute particles. And the second container which will contain the solvent particles. Now these are the vapors of solute particle and the vapor pressure of these solute particles can be written as P naught B and the vapor pressure of solvent particle can be written as P naught A. So P naught B is the vapor pressure, is the pure vapor pressure of solute particles. While the P naught A is pure vapor pressure of solvent particles. Now when solute particles and solvent particles will combine, they will form a solution which will contain both particles, solute as well as solvent. So in this container of solution, we have both type of particles, solute particles as well as solvent particles. So our target is to find the vapor pressure of these solution particles. So to find the vapor pressure of these type of liquid, Raoult's gave a law, and according to Raoult's law, the vapor pressure of A, that is solvent particle, is directly proportional to the mole fraction of A in solution, and the vapor pressure of B is directly proportional to the mole fraction of B. So this is Raoult's law, and according to Raoult's law we can say that the partial pressure of each component in a solution is directly proportional to the proportional to the mole fraction of each component. So by the Raoult's law, we can easily find the vapor pressure of solution, because Raoult's law relate this vapor pressure of pure solute and pure solvent to the solution. So if we remove the proportionality constant, PA directly proportional to XA, PA is equals to P naught A XA. So the partial pressure of A can be equal to the pure vapor pressure of A multiplied by its mole fraction. For solute particle, PB, which is directly proportional to the mole fraction of B, we can write as PB is equals to P naught B XB. That means the partial vapor pressure of B is equals to the pure vapor pressure of B multiplied by mole fraction. So the total pressure can be written as PA plus PB. So PT is equals to P naught A mole fraction of A plus P naught B zeta B. So this is the total vapor pressure of the solution. So we can see that by using Raoult's law, we are able to find the pure vapor pressure of solution. So based on whatever we have learned till now, we will solve a numerical problem. So we have given the 0.01 moles of benzene, also 0.01 moles of toluene, which will mixed together, and it is given that the pure vapor pressure of benzene is equals to 400 mmHg and the pure vapor pressure of toluene is 200 mmHg. Now we have to find the partial pressure of benzene, and toluene. What we have to find? We have to find P A, that is P of C6H6, and partial pressure of toluene. So we have formula for partial pressure. We have PA is equals to P naught A zeta A, and for PB, P naught B zeta B. What we have not given, that is mole fraction. So the formula of mole fraction is number of moles of A divided by total moles. For B, number of moles of B divided by total moles. So we have given the moles of benzene as well as the moles of toluene. So for benzene, we can find the moles 0.01 divided by total moles. 0.01, 0.02 is equals to 1 by 2. For toluene, we have 0.01 divided by 0.01 plus 0.01. So the mole fraction of toluene and benzene will come out half and half. Now we will put these values in this formula. For benzene, partial pressure of benzene is equals to P naught A zeta A, and for toluene we have P naught B zeta B. P naught A is given 400 mg, and we have find the zeta A half. P naught B is 200 mg, and we have find the zeta B half. So the answer will be 100, and here we have 200 mmHg. So that's it for today. In this lecture I have covered the terms like vapor pressure, volatile liquid, non-volatile liquid, the vapor pressure of solution containing volatile liquids. So I hope this lecture will be helpful to you, and thank you so much.